Welcome to the Swim Swam podcast. I'm today's host, Coleman Hodges, and joining us today, he just broke the European record in the 800 freestyle with a 738.1 at the German Championships. He topped the likes of Lukas Martens, Oliver Klemet, and Florian Wellbrock, his fellow German distance swimmers. He is a U23 champion. He's a 2024 Paris Olympian. Today, we are sitting down with Sven Schwarz. This episode of the Swim Swam podcast is sponsored by Commit Swimming, SwimSwam's exclusive team management software partner. Since 2015, Commit has been providing coaches with swimming's leading workout management software. And now, Commit has team management software too. Commit wants to help you make the switch from Team Unify to a simpler, more powerful solution. Their onboarding and customer service team will walk you through every step of the way. Check them out at commitswimming.com to book your demo today. That's COMMIT swimming.com. Sven, thanks so much for being here. Yeah, you're just coming off of morning training. How was practice this morning?
Yeah, it was quite good. So started with an easy one. So I had 2 days rest after Berlin, and now I have to focus on new things. And yeah, I have to start easy this morning.
Yeah, let's talk about Berlin. At the German Championships, it seems like you had a pretty good meet. How did you feel about your performances there overall? And just did you have any goals heading into the meet?
Yeah, so first of all, the goal was to qualify for the Worlds in Singapore. And we had the qualification from April, so in the April to Sunday. And yeah, overall I have to figure out that I have to do the 741.1 from Florian from Stockholm in Berlin.
Mhm.
And yeah, knew that I have to do a PB, but not that huge. And yeah, I overall could not be happier with the times I've done in Berlin. And yeah, still processing the past few days. And yeah, these time drops are so huge that yeah, you can say that the nationals really were one of the best competition I've ever had, and I still can't believe what I've done last week.
Was in terms of just qualifying for Singapore, was the 800 your main focus?
Yeah, so the 800 and 1500 are the main events I've done. So I swam the 400 in the heat, so I had a 346. But yeah, so Oliver have done a 343 in Stockholm, and I knew so I can't do it, or I have to push really hard to do this, and just want to focus on the 800 on the next day, and yeah, do some rest because I don't do the final.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then that 800 final. Tell me a little bit about it. How did you want to swim that race, and do you feel like you were able to do that race plan?
After the 400 in the morning, I knew that I had a good weekend, so I knew I have to go fast from the first meters and try to push hard from the beginning. And after 400 meters, I was so ahead, so I knew I have to push harder, and so yeah, I try to really push hard from the start, and yeah, see what happened the next 400 meters. So after 400 meters, you can see how fast you can go, and yeah, I did not get slower, and yeah, it was really good.
That was I don't recall how close your competitors were to you. I mean, did you have a pretty big lead?
Yeah, I had a big lead after. So I'm not sure, but after 400 meters, so I turn at 7:47, 3:47,
Hmm.
and I think they turned like 49 or 50. So after the first 200 meters, so I was ahead of Flo 1.3, 1.4 seconds,
Mhm.
and yeah, could go through the end. So I was the 38 and he was 43, I think. So he said afterwards he could go a bit faster, so like 42 or 41, but it doesn't matter because Lukas had done the 39.1, I think, in Stockholm, and I was the 38, so he's the third fastest with the time. So it's incredible, but yeah, he probably will not compete at the 800 at the Worlds, and yeah, it's really tough.
You were out in 340. You went 346 in your
Yeah, okay.
400, and then went out in 347. Was that? Yeah, I mean, did you mean to go out that fast?
Yeah, I don't know. So first I talked to my coach and he said, yeah, do what your feelings are, and I feel quite good. So after the first 400, I knew it was so smooth. I could go that easy speed like 3:47, and did not, yeah, going slower, and it feels amazing. So I could go and push harder over the second 400, and don't go did not get slower. So yeah, it was the perfect day, I guess. So I don't know what happened there. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it certainly seemed like a great race. As we've said, 7:38, one new European record. How does it feel to be a European record holder, and not only a German record holder, and especially with just the depth of the men's distance freestyle field in Germany right now?
yeah, I couldn't believe what I've done, to be honest. So yeah, first I see my time and just want to get under 40 to qualify safe, and yeah, then I've seen I have the European record, and yeah, it's so amazing. So I think I'm still processing the past few days. So yeah, I still can't believe what I've done last week, because so if you win the nationals in Germany, it's really, really good. So you have to be really, really fast in the April. And yeah, to get the German record and the European record is really one of the greatest achievements I've ever done.
Yeah. Uh, so you do that in the 800, and then you go on to have a great 1500 as well. Can you tell me a little bit about that race? Because I think it was a little bit more of a race with you and some of the other competitors.
Yeah, so the 1500 after the 800, I knew I have to go under 40. So because you, in my opinion, when you go under 740 over the 800, you nearly have to go under the 1440 over the 1500. And yeah, then I tried to push hard from the start, like at the from the 800, but yeah, Flo and Ollie could go get level with me, and then we have nearly like 1,200 or 1,300 meters on one line, and then Ollie has to really take some out, and Flo and me can really get until the NC36, and yeah, it's, as I said, it's over the 800, so Ollie will not compete the 1500 at the World, and he swam a 14:39. I think you. So I think you don't have another nation where it is like in Germany. So it's so hard, it's so competitive, and it's April, so you don't know what to do in summer. But yeah, it's really, really amazing what we've done over the past years.
No kidding. And I mean, I know you said you're still processing it, but again, in Germany, it's so competitive in freestyle. How does it feel for you now to be not only swimming in Singapore, but swimming 2 events in the 800 and 1500?
Yeah, so for me, the 800 is the most important because I love this one. So the 1500 after the 1000 just hurts. So you have the 800. It's just the perfect feeling for me. I got the perfect frequencies for it, and I don't know why, but it is like it. And yeah, it's just a bonus to get the 1500 as well. So for me, the most important one was the 800, where I was at the final at the Olympics, and I want to repeat these results maybe in summer at the Worlds in Singapore. And yeah, so it's like at the Olympics. So the 1500 is just like a bonus, you could say, and see what we can do over there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just curious what, you know, Oliver, Klemet, Florian Wellbrock, Lukas Martens, all these great freestyle guys that you compete with so often. What's your relationship like with them? Do you know them well? Do you talk to them often?
Yeah. So we talk often. We are in training camps. So I train in Hanover. The three of them train in Magdeburg. So, but yeah, we are all at the military. It's yeah, you have to do some military camps, but we have to do some training camps from the German Federation as well. And we are really good together. So everybody, yeah, it's a really good relationship. So yeah, we meet 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 times in a year, and we are really good and with together. And yeah, everybody is pushing so hard, and this may be one of the key that we can push in April or in summer so hard that yeah, we train together and have pre-camps together, maybe in Singapore this year. And yeah.
Wow. So you guys train together often, which
Yeah,
again is pretty incredible to me. How far is Hanover, your training base, from where their training base is?
so it's 1.5 hours,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not that much. So
Yeah. Pretty close. What was give me a sneak peek. What was the last training camp you had with them like?
the last training camp was in January.
Mhm.
So together we were in Pretoria for 2 or 2.5 weeks. And yeah, then they go to Sierra Nevada in Spain in February. But I had a training camp in Crete. So yeah, so with my training group, and then sometimes it collides from time wise,
Mhm.
and it's separately. But normally, yeah, now we so the last one was in January. Now we will go to Forum in I think next month. So for 3 or 4 weeks, and see what we can do there. Yeah.
So when you guys train together, is there variance in the practices? Like what sort of, I guess, energy systems do you hit, or maybe do you like the best in training?
So the best in training, you could never say. So I'm the slowest in kicking sets. It's so you have to say, but no, then yeah, Lucas is incredibly fast over fast 50s, so you can't beat him. So you see at the 400 world record, I guess. But yeah, sometimes you have this open water stuff, which Flo and Ollie does, and sometimes you have something in between, which we do all together.
Mm,
So some variants are over there, but normally, so you could say 90% is the same. So yeah, but so everybody beats everybody. So it's a competition in training when we train together. But so I have to say I'm the slowest in kicking sets, and Lucas is way the fastest in fast 50s.
mhm. Just how do you feel like you have evolved, and especially having these guys to train around often, multiple times a year? Just how do you feel like you've grown in the last couple years, and learned not only how to race at this high level with these guys, but also to train? Do you feel like that's happened for you recently?
Yeah, so in the first years, maybe 3 or 4 years, we did not train lots together.
Mm.
So it's since last or 2023, and yeah, it's really good to train together at some periods. So it's because when we go to a high altitude camp in Sierra Nevada or something, it's really good to not do all the stuff alone. So yeah, when you all have the same training plans, the same training period, it's okay. So normally before in the taper, everybody's doing nearly that what he needs. But yeah, when we have the training periods like in November or January, it's maybe the key that we can train together and do fast times in training. And yeah, this pushed us to, I think, this level where we are. Because when you have some fast 800s or fast hundreds, it's really, you can't say he wins every time or he wins every time, or I don't know. So it's really a competition in training, and this pushed us to another level.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly seems like it. Do when you are not training with them, which is most of the time,
Yeah.
what is your training group like?
So now I have a younger training group,
Mm.
but I think when you have the perfect coach, and I think I have the perfect coach, so you have to trust him. And sometimes it's good to just don't have another competitor in your training group.
Mm.
For me, it's perfect when I just can do my own stuff, my own times, push in the own times the whole time. But yeah, so the time is is the biggest opponent you have. And if you are able to push it alone, you can have a swim alone in front of the other guys, like at the 800. So I think it's really good sometimes to train nearly alone and
Mhm.
do what you feel and not what the other feels like. So when you sometimes have zone 200s and we are together in a training camp, so you push and push and push, and maybe you leave the zone 2. But when I do it in Hanover alone, I really do what I feel, I do what I need, and I try to push the time, but I do not leave the zone 2, you know?
Mhm.
And that's maybe one of the keys, because yeah, you don't do the false stuff, you do that what your coach wants to have, and that's one of the most important things.
Hmm. I really like that insight. Can you give me an example of what a zone 200 would look like for you?
Zone 2 200 is like, yeah, 205, 207.
Mhm.
So lots of repetitions. And yeah, sometimes when we train together, you leave the zone 2 and go to a 200 or something like it, but then you're too fast and you push each other. It's really good when you have these hard sets, but when you have easy swim zone 2 or something like it, you leave the 205 or 207 or 210 or something like it, when you have to do the easy stuff and push hard, and it's not good for the hour week. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I've talked to other swimmers about that before, and especially as a distance swimmer, I imagine it's a nice feeling to appreciate training by yourself.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just curious. You go to training camps in Sierra Nevada and Crete. Do you have a favorite place to go to a training camp?
So I don't know, but I love the sun. So sometimes sometimes the high altitude is, yeah, it's a hard one
Mhm.
because, yeah, of the altitude and sometimes the weather. When you go there in November, you have snow or something like it. So I prefer the sun, but yeah, you couldn't go in every training camp in the sun, so it's important to do a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think I don't have a most favorite one. So just change around, see new places. It's important.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds really nice. I don't think we have quite the culture of doing that in the U.S.,
Mm.
but it's very cool that you get the opportunity to, yeah, go train in different places and see new things. In terms of just your training lately, and especially your training leading up to these German championships, were you expecting kind of maybe not exactly the times you went, but big time drops? Do you feel like training was going well for you leading up to the German championships?
So I didn't anticipate time drops like this because after the competition in Stockholm, I wasn't happy with the result, and it was like something was missing, but I don't know what, and my coach didn't really know what it was. So, but the taper from Stockholm to Berlin, the 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, I think,
Hmm.
were, yeah, were really good. So the feeling was there, and I knew I could drop my PB or could go faster than my PB, but not, yeah, not like 4 seconds or something. So I knew I can go like 740 or maybe 1440 or something like this, but not under the 40. So it's a barrier like when you first push it under the 50 minutes mark. So it's like this barrier, and now we are under the 1440 mark, and it's a really good time. So it's amazing that you could drop your times, yeah, in my age, and it's really amazing.
Yeah. No, I mean, no kidding. Congratulations on breaking two very big barriers in distance freestyle. Um, so, just in terms and sticking with training, do you have a favorite kind of set or a favorite workout that you do in training?
Mm, I don't think I have really that one.
Hmm.
But so as I said, I definitely hate kicking sets. So I'm really the slow guy. So, but yeah, so I think it depends of the point in the year.
Hmm.
So you maybe when you taper, you do the fast 50 stuff, and it's really good. But when you are in November or December, you have to do some long distance swimming. And yeah, as I said, it depends on the point of the year. And yeah, as I said, I'm trusting what my coach does and how he builds the training plan we have for the season. And I try to push the set, so every set in training as hard as I can and drop the times. And I think, yeah, this is maybe the key to reach lots in the next years.
Hmm. Yeah. Is there a practice or a workout that you did in this last 2.5 week taper period before German championships that stood out to you as being a really good set for you?
So yeah, it's not the set, but we done a lot of speed work, like 50s,
Hmm.
and the times were constant and really good to compare it. Maybe for, yeah, compared with the last years, it was a bit faster. So I, yeah, anticipate I that's the reason why I anticipate that I can do a PB, but it was not the set where I can say it is like for 738 or something. So you couldn't anticipate this, but the session in the morning before the 800 was really good. So really smooth, really good relaxing speed, and the warm up was really good as well. And then I was feeling like, yeah, I could go the 740 something.
That's encouraging, and yeah, and obviously you put it all together. So Sven, just to wrap up, what does the rest of your summer look like moving forward into Singapore, I guess?
Yeah. So as I said, I had 2 days off after the competition, so started training this morning, and now I have to focus on the preparation for the next steps for Singapore, and then now we have a month, I guess, where I train in Hanover, and then later we will go to the high altitude training camp. So together with Florian, Lukas, and Oliver, and after the training camp, I think it's time for the pre-camp in Singapore, and I'm really looking forward to the summer and the meets. Maybe so it's not sure which meets we will do, but there will be one or two.
Nice. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you competing for the rest of the summer, and certainly in Singapore. And just thank you again for taking the time to sit down and chat, and congrats on the German championships.
Thank you so much.
You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.